Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the West Garfield Park Youth Council television show. We got another wonderful show for you all this evening. First of all, I'd like to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I know Father's Day is getting ready to come up, and that's something that we're going to get into tonight, something that we're going to touch on, some of the things that we're going to discuss tonight about why it's important for fathers to be in the lives of their children, why should fathers step up and take responsibility to be in the lives of their children and things of that nature. So we want you all to sit back, relax, get your thinking caps on, open your ears because we got some good information for y'all. I want y'all to tune in and enjoy. Good evening, everyone. My name is David Elam, and I'm the President Emeritus of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, which is sponsored by Fathers Who Care. And we believe we are the solution to violence in our community. Fathers Who Care is a non-for-profit organization on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. Again, everyone, my name is David Elam, and I'm the President Emeritus of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is comprised of 15 youth from our community whose main focus is youth leadership and to be a voice in the community and addressing the issues of violence prevention. We invite people watching from all over to come out and see what we're all about. Our show will be scheduled every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Again, that's every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. We invite people to come out watching to call in right now with your questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that's 312-738-1060. Well, everyone, we're going to jump right into it. I notice you all notice a guest on my right-hand side, and I'm not going to do her introduction. I'll give her the pleasure of doing that herself.
Hi, my name is Marshall. I'm 17 years old, and I'm currently with the West Garfield Park Youth Council with Fathers Who Care, and I currently just got out of school. I'm headed towards my senior year, and
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. How you feel about that? Getting ready to close it out and coming up out of there and getting ready to expand on different horizons of higher education and learning.
I'm ready. It's making me more inspired because most kids, they lose their aspiration a long time ago, and I'm continuing to push myself because I have dreams and goals.
Okay. Well, everyone, you're watching a live interactive television broadcast brought to you by CAN TV Channel 21. During the next 25 minutes, we are going to be discussing the topic of the importance of fatherhood, involvement, also being alert and aware in your community. You're watching a live program right now with CAN TV, and we want you all to comment and call in with your questions at 312-738-1060. 312-738-1060. And I want to pose a question to the viewing audience tonight for you to call in and give us your response to the following question. Why is fatherhood involvement so important? Again, why is being a father and being in your child's life so important? I want you all to call in with that response. 312-738-1060. Again, 312-738-1060. Well, Marshalla, thank you again for being a guest on tonight's show. I have a few questions for you, if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. The first question I want to ask, because we're talking about, I noticed that Father's Day is getting ready to come up. I believe it's this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Can you share with the viewing audience exactly in your eyes what is a father to you? In your eyes, what is a father to you?
A father to me is someone who can step in for my mother if she can't fulfill my needs. I know my mama shouldn't get everything I want, but I feel like my mom and my daddy should be a team, and if I can get something from one, I should get one from another. But also, a father should be someone who's a good role model, inspiration to me, shine a good light on me, and help motivate me. Just someone who has a good impact on me.
Okay. All right. Another question. Do you think the lack of fatherhood involvement in the lives of children will affect them in the long run?
Yes, because I feel like your mother and father should be in the same household, should be, because your mother and father are a team. Your mother can teach you something that your daddy can't. Like, for boys, your daddy has a better impact on you because man to man. And for a mother, it's better because woman to woman. So they can show you stuff that your daddy can't. But then again, you can get knowledge from anybody and learn from it.
Okay, I see we have our first callers of the evening. We're going to get to those. We're going to jump right back into this conversation. Hello, caller. Thank you so much for calling. Your comment or question, please.
I have a comment. I just want to speak on, the involvement of fathers in the lives of their children and how powerful it is. Because there's so many children out here that does not have that father figure in their life, and you can see the difference in those children and those children that do have the involvement of their fathers, and it's not just the father's involvement, it's the father's total input along with the mother, but like you said, I heard you mention that both parties play a very important role, because there are a lot of things that a father can teach their child, whether it's a son or a daughter, that a mother cannot, and it's vice versa. But I really stress the importance of fathers being in the lives of their children, and I just want to continue to listen to you and love your show. Continue to do what you're doing and making a difference, with the listeners and, the viewers of the show. I really appreciate what you do, and I listen to you every week. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that. Do you care to expound on that?
What she just said? I agree with everything she said. She just basically repeated what I said, but I want to really more elaborate on it.
Okay, go ahead. Well, she was basically talking about that it is important for me. It is important for a father to be in the lives of their children, because you can learn so much from their father. Both parents, actually, because in reality, a child's first teacher is their parents. That's the first person, those are the first set of people in their lives who they learn everything from. They watch and they see everything. So and young people, they're like sponges. So like they see what their parents do, and they pick it up real easily, and they feel as though, hey, you teaching me the right ways, you teaching me this, you teaching me that, so I'm gonna apply it to my everyday life, as you should.
Right.
Being the people that you are, and being that someone is the positive role model that you need. But how do you feel on young people today? They have this battling going on with parents. They feel as though, to me, a child should not feel as though their parents shouldn't be around with everything that's going on with them. They say, oh, you in my business, or you want to know this, you want to know that. How do you feel about parents, wanting to know everything that's going on with their child?
It's good to have that type of relationship with your parent, that you should be able to just vent to your parent. But some parents, they just use that against you in an argument. But for me, in my case, I can vent to my family, I can vent to anyone, because, I can vent to my parents because we just built that relationship. I feel like trust is the first thing you need in a relationship. And without trust, you have no foundation. And you need a foundation so you can build. So that's how I feel like too much stuff happening up in this world. So if I'm just going around sneaking, not telling my mama the whole story, where I'm going and who I'm with or what I'm doing, something might happen, because when you sneak, bad things happen.
But you know, some kids feel like, oh, you can't tell me nothing. It's my life. Let me live the way I want to live. And
Right, because you want to make your own mistakes. You have to bump your head, but you can only bump your head so many times before you realize this is stupid.
Okay, and I see we have some more callers, and we're gonna jump right back in. Hello, caller. Thank you so much for calling. Your comment or question, please.
Yes, first time I'm calling. You know, I'm a 70-year-old man, and years ago, in the African American community, in the Hispanic community, we were proud people. Take care of our kids, mother, father, all four grandparents. There was structure to the family. We get dressed up on Sunday, go to church all together. Nowadays, you don't see any of that. What you see is people wearing their pants by their ankles, people shooting each other. That's crazy. Chicago, you know, I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I'm more afraid in Chicago than I was when I was fighting in Vietnam. You don't know who's going to shoot you over here in Chicago. And why is that? No family structure. And it's a shame. But like I said before, the African American and Hispanic people were always proud of how we brought up our family. Not so much anymore. That's all I have to say. And great show. Thank you.
Okay. So it seems to me that he's interjecting on the reason why a lot of things are happening in our communities and with our youth is because of the household.
Right.
Because of the things that's going on maybe in the household, or it may be just a one-parent household. But there's no such thing as, you know, kids growing up. You know, there's mentors. There's people who, you know, if you don't have a father figure, there's people who, as mentors, you know, who can, you know, you can talk to. There's you just don't have to be, you know, have your back against the wall and just have your head down like, oh, how I'm going to deal with this? Who can I talk to about this? Who can I talk to about that? But some kids don't feel comfortable with discussing certain issues with their parents, which shouldn't be the case, but I guess they don't know how their parent will naturally react, or what will the parents say or react to whatever they're bringing to their attention. So I don't want young people to feel as though just because you may not have a father, or you're brought up in a single parent household, that you know, you don't have to seek out other ventures of communication to teachers, mentors, you know, community leaders, and things of that nature. Next caller. Hello, caller. Thank you so much for calling. Your comment or question, please.
Hey, I love the topic of the show. I think a couple things. Number one, whether it's a one-parent household or a two-parent household, I think the most important thing is that the parent has to care, has to give advice, has to be there. Doesn't, I mean, the Hollywood parent, you know, that's just something that not everyone can do. Not everyone has the time or the resources. But if they just show that they care for that child or two childs or whomever, or for kids in the community, that's one thing. And then number two, you guys are talking about how kids these days are sneaking around behind their parents' back. Did you know, like, I'm a parent. I did the same thing 40 years ago. So parents know when kids are sneaking around, you know, and they just, I think that kids need to understand that we're a little smarter than what sometimes, you know, our kids, you know, think that, you know, that they think otherwise. But in the end, it just boils down to, you know, the respect on both ends, and really the caring and the trust, and also the patience of the one parent or the two parent household.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, my name is David Elam, and I'm the President Emeritus of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. And my guest this evening is Miss Marshayla Young. and we're discussing the topic of importance of fatherhood involvement. Also, if there are any young people out there who are looking to get involved with any activities this upcoming summer, you come out and see what we're all about. The West Garfield Park Youth Council, we meet every Monday from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at 4540 West Washington Boulevard. You can contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that's 773-287-5821. We encourage young people from all over to come and see what we're all about. If, the summertime's coming up and, young people need something to do. So we invite you all out to come out and see what we're all about. The West Garfield Park Youth Council. Once again, we meet every Monday from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at 4540 West Washington Boulevard. If you have any questions on how to get involved or what more in depth about what we do, you can once again give us a call at 773-287-5821, or you can visit us at our website at www.fatherswhocare.org. There's a tab on there about the West Garfield Park Youth Council. About us, you can, search that, go through that, and it'll give you a lot of things, the things that we've done, the things that we do, and a lot of the stuff that we're involved in. So come, check us out. You won't regret it, I promise you. So back to this. Marshayla. Okay, let's jump ship real quick. There's been a lot of things going on in the neighborhood in Chicago these past couple of weeks. There's been a lot of missing persons, people coming up missing, and a lot of mainly teenage girls and coming up missing. And how do you being a young lady yourself,
Right.
you being an up and coming young adult, a young woman, how do you feel about what's going on in your city of Chicago, about these missing person reports and these deaths of these young girls and things like that? Expound on that. Share with the viewing audience your take on how you feel about that.
I really feel like it's sad that Chicago is not like it used to be. Like, I really, when I first seen it, I know stuff happened. But now when it becomes a trend, and it's really sad to me that we can't just go outside, sit on our porch without hearing gunshots, or without people getting into it. It's like our Chicago's just not the same, because why can't females, matter of fact, just anybody go outside and do what they love to do, continue their same routine without them being bothered or being criticized about what they doing or where they go. Like, I just feel like Chicago is not the same.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that, because it's really sad, and not only is it sad, but it's sickening to the soul to understand that there's someone out here, just snatching up our young women, our upcoming, future leaders in the community, and they feel as though whoever the person is feel as though that this is okay, and it's not. And I encourage all people out there, take a stand, do something about it. I mean, we can talk all day. We can, say, oh, this is wrong, or Chicago getting out of hand, or I'm tired, I don't want to live here anymore. You can talk numerous times about what you don't like, or what's going on here, or what's going on there. What are you going to do about it? My question to you is, what are you going to do about it? Because a lot of people, it's all over social media, all over social media. Oh, this is crazy. I got to get out of here. Chicago's not safe. I agree. Chicago has changed for the worst through the years, and it's crazy, but I don't want people to feel as though, our city is just blatantly horrible.
But anywhere you go is not safe. Like,
Exactly.
It's somebody out there plotting on somebody, and it's just going to happen. It's going to start a negative trend. It's like, I go outside late at night, it's always somebody somewhere watching you. And
it's also important to watch your surroundings. I mean,
Yes.
if you have to change your route, if you have to, take a different direction,
Okay.
if you have to, do that to ensure the safety of yourself and others who you love and care about, then do so. Because it's very important that, we watch out for each other.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, a lot of stuff has been, going on in Chicago, but this is something that is outrageously out of control, and we need to take a stand about it. I mean, it's not gonna go away overnight. I mean, it's gonna happen with the help of our community, our young people, our elders in the community, our
Right.
community leaders, community partners, the organizations in the community who, strive on, keeping our community safe for our children. I mean, summertime is here, but it's not even full blown summer,
Right.
and this is just happening. I mean, what advice can you give to the young kids out there, who want to think it's cool, stay out late and go here and go there when it's safe to be at home at a decent time?
I feel like it should be like the old times where you had to be in the house before the street lights came on.
Oh, I remember those days.
Okay? I feel like you should be in the house at a reasonable hour. I don't care how old you are, how old you get, how grown you think you are. You should be in the house at a reasonable time because too much stuff is happening out here.
Mm-hmm.
And like we were speaking on earlier, how you don't want everybody to know what you're doing and like stuff like that.
Right.
You should at least tell one person so if anything happened, they have a starting point.
Exactly. It's always important to. It's not always good to leave the house and not let nobody know where you can go. Because like you said, anything can happen. So it's always best to let someone know where you are, just in case something does happen, God forbid. But just in case something was to happen, something was to come up, they are aware of where you are
Right.
at all times. So once again, I want to thank you, Marshayla,
Thank you.
for being a guest on the show this evening. And to everyone who called in, all of our viewers, all of everybody who called in and spoke with us on this interesting topic that we had this evening. Once again, I want to give a happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Please be safe and enjoy. And once again, if you all want to, see what we're all about, please come out and check us out. The West Garfield Park Youth Council. Once again, we meet every Monday from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. 4540 West Washington Boulevard. You can contact us at 773-287-5821, or you can visit our website at www.fatherswhocare.org. Thank you all. You've been good. See you all next week. Same time, same place. We love you. Happy Father's Day. God bless. Good night.